Department of Labor has just released its latest Consumer Price Index report, and this report measures, of course, the change in cost of goods and services over time and is a pretty key indicator of inflation.
And joining us now is ABC News Chief Business, Economics and Technology correspondent Rebecca Jarvis. All right, let's look at these numbers. So this month's report found that inflation fell to 3.2% in October. That's lower than expected, down from 3.7% in September. Those are just numbers that mean nothing to me.
Yes.
So what does this mean for our wallets?
Yeah, Eva, let's put it all in real terms. So overall, between September and October, prices were really flat. If you look at prices from a year ago, they're still up about 3.2%, but that is much better than they were looking last summer, for example. And if you think about what an American family is now spending on the same goods and services in a given month, they're spending about $250 more than they were a year ago on those same goods and services. But again, 2 years ago, this is where that big price jump took place. They're spending about $700 more a month. So yes, there's still inflation when you look back over time, but it is getting progressively better when you look back over shorter increments of time, which is really where we want to see it go.
This report comes out at a time where holidays just around the corner, some of the busiest travel times of the year. According to AAA, the average price of regular gas is down 42 cents from last year, 26 cents from last month, which is really nice. What does the report tell us about the cost of travel as it stands right now?
So the cost of travel has been going down for a while. Part of that is gasoline prices. The other part is airfares. They're now down almost 13% from a year ago. A lot of people booking airfares over the holidays, and they expect to see those prices continue to decline into next year. There is some question about what's going to happen to gasoline given what's happening in the Middle East and questions about the supply. But overall, the direction of those two things, which had been really major factors in why we saw inflation, has been going down.
All right, so there's this recent ABC News Ipsos poll looking ahead to the 2024 presidential election, big election, and two of the things that people care about the most, the economy and inflation. So I'm curious, is this report good or bad for the White House?
It's really complicated because when you think about the economy in real terms, for most people, it's two things. It's what are they paying? And do they have a job? And are those wages going up? And for the majority of Americans, they do have a job. Unemployment is near record lows, 3.9%. Wages have been going up. For many, they have not kept pace with prices, meaning even though they make more in that paycheck, they also spend more at the grocery store on rent. And that inflation is this thing that you just come up against every day. So when you see it at the grocery store and you're paying, you look at a gallon of milk and you think, a year ago, this was $1 less, or cereal, whatever it is. Seeing those things go up can make us feel less optimistic about the economy. And yet, even with that feeling of less optimism, people, consumers, we keep spending. And I'm not just saying we, I'm saying the royal we, because people continue to go out to restaurants, they're going to the movies, they're traveling the world, and they are spending money. And that's also driving up credit card debt.
And yet there always seems to feel like another shoe is about to drop. Congress, of course, has until Friday to reach a spending deal to avoid a government shutdown. If that doesn't happen, what kind of dramatic effect does that have on them?
I think where people are most likely to feel this is in workers not showing up. If you have workers who are not getting paid but still expected to show up to work, what percentage of those people are going to show up to work? So on an everyday basis, it's that, and it's for the people who aren't sure where that next paycheck is coming from, government workers. How do I make my bill payments?
All right, Rebecca Jarvis, thanks for breaking the numbers down for us.
Thank you.
Do appreciate it.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.